Olusoji is a dump site in Lagos State here that's been, I mean, since Thursday, I think, or Wednesday, it's been burning and been exuding a lot of smoke in the air, fumes, and it's been crazy. But we'll talk about it another day because we're trying to get a Lagos State official to tell us exactly what's going on because nobody really knows how it started. What plans they are. I know the governor was there, I think, yesterday to look at it or 2 days ago. So we'll talk about it once we have enough information.
And how it will end.
We don't know how it's going to end because every day it's there. But let us take you very quickly to Edo State. The Nigerian Medical Association of Edo State are planning to embark on a strike following their recent demand for health facilities, general state of the sector, and improvement of staff welfare. However, the governor of Edo State, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, has said that the state government is making arrangements for the private healthcare providers to offer essential services to patients in state government officials, as the demands by the Nigerian Medical Association are unrealistic. Now, what are your views on this?
So I want to just read what they said.
Yes.
He said, the morale of doctors is very low. It is made worse by the fact that there are inadequate facilities as well as poor working environment. Doctors employed to the state hospitals are the least paid in the country. There is this has led to continuous brain drain of doctors from the state. This is the appeal from the spokesperson for the NMA in Edo State to the government, saying that they need to meet the demands. I have experienced public hospitals, and I have a friend that works as the representative of an NGO that deals with tuberculosis. And while I was complaining to him, he's a medical doctor of public health, I was complaining to him about the state of healthcare in Lagos, that, oh, we don't have, the facility needs to be improved. He told me he just came back from a tour of Ondo, Ogun, Edo, Southwest, and that that Lagos State is by far still better. However, it doesn't rule out the fact that there's need for improvement. So when the governor replies and says that they cannot fulfill...
But you can understand where the governors are coming from because many of them don't really have money. I mean, they still go cap in hand to the federal government. Let me quote Governor Obaseki. He was saying that they see what we are doing and yet they have threatened to go on strike because I cannot afford to fulfill 100% of their demands. He noted that the doctors are not fair to the state as we agree with their demands, but cannot afford all the demands now. Rather, we will spread them across 4 years of this administration. But the Edo NMA rejected the offer and insist on embarking on a strike. We are looking at various ways to execute our health reforms, but will not allow anyone to blackmail us. So this, for me, a governor being proactive, that, listen, you can't hold me to ransom. I don't have money. Yes, we understand the issues. People are dying. We lack proper health services in this country. We understand that very clearly. But once again, where's the money going to come from? And that's what he's saying.
This question. He's saying he's going to pay private hospitals. Are private hospitals not more expensive? So that money that he's going to be using for private hospitals...
No, I think the reason why he's saying that is that they are putting him in private hospitals. But they are putting him in a difficult position.
Yes.
He's actually talking on behalf of the patients that will be in hospital. Well, if you decide to go on strike, these patients, we need to do something for them.
He's not saying that he's going to pay. He's saying that he's making arrangements for private healthcare providers to offer essential service. So he'll come to you, a private healthcare provider. He'll tell you, okay, provide health essential services.
If for any reason Governor Obaseki falls ill today, would he go and access medical treatment from these hospitals? If he can afford to pay for his medical treatment, then he should be able to afford to ensure that the people in Edo State have proper healthcare system. Murayo, Edo State currently ranks highest when it comes to Lassa fever issues. Lassa fever is currently in Edo State right now. When the medical care, we can sit down here all posh and not wondering, but that man that has to receive a Lassa patient that does not have gloves, or is having to treat someone that has fever and does not have syringe and has to the person's life is at risk. So we need to also understand where the doctors are coming from.
But this is not
if he catches Lassa fever, sorry, Miriam, he will not be compensated.
But this is not a governor that is saying, I don't care, I'm not listening to you. They have been in talks with the doctors. These doctors know exactly. And he's saying, I'm going to do this, but give us time to do it in 4 years. So for now, for me, it just seems like the doctors are being selfish.
When your life is not at risk. But I understand the part of let's be patient, because when you go on strike 21 days, and I listen to both sides, and honestly, you just need to listen to both sides. But we tend to feel dispassionate and not trust the government because we see where they spend money in on. So when we see where they spend money, we're like, okay, they are spending money on these areas. We are more important.
Can I just say
something?
something?
That's my issue. We are also skeptical.
Yeah.
I can understand that skepticism anywhere, and it's clear.
You can't blame us.
But, like, I can't blame Nigeria. I can't blame myself for being skeptical sometimes too. But somebody's got to just trust that, you know, this is going to get done. Either that, or we just all just leave it as it is. I mean, because we can all lament from here to tomorrow. Yes, YK.
Obviously, this problem didn't start yesterday.
Yeah.
It didn't start with his regime. So it's an ongoing problem, and everybody will say, wait. When I wait, look, I don't know how long I have left on this earth.
Right. Okay,
I'm waiting, and then nothing will come to me. I will just go like that.
Let me take Lawrence. Lawrence, are you there? Hello, Lawrence, are you there? Thanks for calling. Okay, I think we lost that. All right, it's the same thing because myself and Tokwe had an argument in the makeup room concerning Olusegun. I mean, I didn't want to talk about it because I said I want to hear from the Lagos State government, but we can actually slide it in here because it's the same thing. What is the alternative? Yes, we understand the dump site is there. You should have never, when the dump site was there initially, this was not a residential area. This was the outskirts back then as a child. But now people have moved here, they're living here. Unfortunately, we now find ourselves in the middle of this dump site. Now, how else
we need to be more proactive as a nation. Murayo, I know that we brought in Olusegun, but I won't even talk about Olusegun because Olusegun is already an eyesore. There's a crisis already. But we already have doctors going out of Nigeria. As in, if we do the statistics of numbers of doctors that are leaving Nigeria on a daily basis,
yes,
we already know we have a problem. So what is the government doing proactively to stem it? Nothing. What are they doing? And you know, because we already know that they are going. So are we going to wait until maybe 1 year time, YK, and then the hospital is empty?
They keep claiming that they don't have money. That's the alternative I'm saying. How would they now get... Lagos is a bit different because
we are paying 13.5 million naira per month to each senator.
There are some things that
it says more than that.
There are some things that are...
back to this issue.
What do you call it? Necessities.
Yes.
Health is
health,
one of them,
education. Right? In fact, health before education, because you can't go to school if you are sick. So health is number one. Yeah. So government should be number one, prioritize.
And the budget is...
Let me take this call from Yakub. Yakub, are you there?
Trust Yakub will call like this.
Yakub! I think there's something wrong with our phones. Yeah. Are you there, Yakub? I think we lost him. Yes, we lost Yakub.
Really, really bad. But the thing, what I'm saying is, before we have another crisis, another type of crisis in the health sector, our current crisis is that the facilities have dilapidated. That's the one we're facing now. And everybody say we don't have money. But another crisis of shorthand, we don't have staff. We don't have manpower. That will happen if we don't start watching it now. The government cannot complain and say they don't have money. We are spending money on the wrong things.
I think Governor Obaseki has actually been very proactive here. Because if the private sector individually have their own funds on how to run their individual health centers, and he's saying, you know what, maybe make it affordable, make it more affordable for my people, because the one that is supposed to be for the government...
Can I ask you this question?
Yes,
the private sector, that when you go, they charge you with an arm and a leg. Is the same private sector you also carry? Who is going to do them for free in the private sector? Who?
No.
Because they will ask him, how will I pay salary? That is number one question.
2019 is coming. Health sector, for me, health sector should be number one in any campaign strategy. And the ones that are seeking re-election should just focus on doing something tangible that will make us want to vote them back into power. But people should open their eyes.
No, you know, we're talking about being proactive. That's the thing. We do not have to wait until it gets to the point where, like with the dump site, where this happens.
Yeah.
You do not have to get to the point where hospitals are dilapidated. You don't have to get to the point. What have we been doing with monies that have been, you know,
we can talk about this from here to tomorrow.
Right. So what do we do next?
We need decisive government. We need decisive leadership. And that's what I see he's doing. He's saying, listen, you can't hold me to ransom. I don't have the money to give you the 100% demands. Let me just transfer my people to go and meet the private facilities.
My own is the private facility.
Maybe they'll kind of deal with the government where they'll do it at the cheaper rate. But any tweets for them? Okay, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, it's Tuesday.
Sorry.
It's Tuesday. We're going to talk about keto. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. This tastes so good. Recently, we've been hearing stories of how Nigerians are practicing keto in order to lose weight. In our recent series on how to lose weight, our expert is here to tell us the hazards and benefits of losing weight through practice of keto. Joining us on the show is the keto expert, Emmeline Johnson Ekpo. Welcome to the show. And our nutritionist, Jane Eliode. Welcome back again.
Welcome back.
What am I eating? What exactly is this?
Please give me one.
What is this?
I call it almond coconutty bread.
Wow.
It's made from almond flour,
Wow.
eggs, ghee. Then the sweetener is called stevia,
Wow. You know,
and it's gluten-free.
okay, let me start with
What is keto all
the
about?
nutrition. Like, what is keto?
What is keto?
For those of you, for those that don't know what keto is, please go ahead, tell us.
Okay, let me come down to the layman level.
Yes.
For me, it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle.
Okay.
You know, getting to 115 kg, you know, head about keto, I decided...
You're 115 kg?
Yeah, that
Whoa.
was my weight. And now I'm 73.
What?
Started 2016 December, you know, taking one step at a time, getting to understand what keto is.
Okay.
You know, keto is when fat is being broken down from the liver as source of energy. You know, when you take in carbs, at the end of the day, your body converts it to glucose to insulin, then it leads to diabetes type 2, high blood pressure, and all that. But, you know, taking in fat,
Yes.
your body now breaks down the fat and converts it to energy. Instead of carbs.
Carbs.
You understand? And the normal keto is 75% fat,
Right.
you know, 20% protein and 5% carbs.
Carbs.
But I, for one, I do low carbs and real food.
Right.
You know, growing up, we're eating real food.
Right.
Sunday rice.
Right.
If you're lucky, they might use the remaining stew to do jollof rice on Monday.
Right.
See, Sunday. Some people only Christmas. But now, you see Indomie, you see rice, you see all those things.
Right.
I believe in nutrient-dense food.
Right.
You know. So that's
Let me
all I
come
can
to
talk
our
about
nutritionist
keto.
because when we were growing up, they told us have a little bit of everything. Carbohydrates are just as important as vegetables, fruits, and whole works. But now, keto is saying, you don't take fruits, don't take carbs, you know. I mean, in your view, do you agree with the keto lifestyle?
Okay, thank you very much for having me again. And I would say happy Registered Dietitians Day in arrears to my colleagues. So what we as clinical dietitians do is to actually give people information so that they can make well-informed choices about their nutritional health.
Okay.
So that's exactly what we are doing. We are medical practitioners based on diet. So what I can say about keto diet is that, yes, it's, we have been seeing a lot of results. It's result-oriented, you know, on a short-term basis. And the keto diet was actually devised originally to handle neurological problems. That's brain problems, Alzheimer, epilepsy, seizures, and stuff. And why were patients like that were put on keto diet is because so that the body can break down fats to form ketones, so that the ketones will help to coordinate these brain nerves and help them to work better. And we found out that it actually helps to curb the seizures and what have you. But at the same time, it needs to be monitored. Keto needs to be monitored by the experts. Why? Because number one, we have issues of ketoacidosis, whereby when so much of the ketones flood the body system, it can cause the body to become hyperacidic. And in becoming hyperacidic, your body will automatically, the body is an auto function originally. Your body will automatically go into your bones to try to buffer the blood to regulate the pH. And in so doing, you could begin to develop osteo diseases. Now, another downturn to the unmonitored keto diet is the issue of liver problems. Now, the statistics from some of the general hospitals I've been interacting with my colleagues and the nurses, they have been wheeling a lot of patients into the ICU. What happened? Hepatic issues, that's the liver problems, you know, and most of them say they are keto dieters. Now, what is the the science behind this, the mechanism of this. When you said 70% fat.
75% healthy fat.
Good. Now,
you have
when
fat and you have healthy fats.
Now, how do we know the healthy fats? That's another thing.
Yes.
Wait, now the fat, when you're taking that much fat, whether it's healthy or not, or not, that much fat, the liver produces the enzymes. One of it is called the bile that helps emulsify the fat. Okay. So when you overload this liver, there could be a problem. Another thing about the liver is that it stores glycogen, which is a precursor, which is a breakdown of carbohydrates. So when there's a depletion of glycogen, what happens to the liver?
So, you see, I'm happy with your breakdown, but you focused a lot more of your time on the side effects of keto. What we have not discussed is the side effects of our everyday current diet. Our everyday current Nigerian diet is extremely harmful. We have the case of diabetes on the rise, obesity on the rise, high blood pressure, and people who have gone to keto have been able to reduce their size physically. That means obesity. They've been healed, reverse diabetes. So can you please tell us, because I realize that you're focusing on, so that's to warn people that let's give both. You say you give both sides. You have not given the other side.
Okay, fine. Please, before I say anything, please, can everyone see my shirt?
Yes.
This is an old shirt. I used to wear it. It used to be really tight. But thanks to keto, it's a big shirt. I wore it purposely so that people would see that it works. But for me, I did not just go into keto because I wanted to lose weight. I had my baby and I was having issues, headaches, and I work out.
100 kg, you gotta tell them 100 kg. I'm still 93 kg. So for you to have been 100 kg, that's a lot.
Yes, yeah. It was a journey for me to this weight loss. I was working out, but you know how you work out and then you decide to rest at weekends. And the weekend that you rest, you add everything back. Do you understand? So I also now started learning about hormonal changes and how it affects weight gain and everything. So when I realized I had to take out sugar and carbs, because it was really sugar that was my problem, I took out sugar from my diet. And here I am today. I'm healthier than, even my husband says I'm happier than before. They love coming home because of that. So for me, I really understand that there are negatives to the way when you abuse anything. If you abuse alcohol, if you abuse, so if you abuse this diet, of course, there will be negative
nutritionists like you have always had issues with you. I think what your argument more is the long term. That we see the results now, but it's more of the long term. That's I think is your major point, right?
Yes. Okay, fine. I have heard you out. It works like that on a short term, but on a long term, what are the consequences? But I'm here to also tell you that conventional medical diet therapy also works even more excellently well. I had a patient in January. I placed her on medical diet therapy. I said she was not going to go on any of those Cambridge or keto or something. Go on adequate medical diet. She lost chemicals, 7 kg. I'm not talking about medicine. Diet. What kind of food? Okay. Diet. Your normal carbs, your normal fats, there is a way we place it. We apportion it for you. Okay? So she lost 7 kg in 1 month with exercise. Right. And she's still going on.
I'll come to you.
She remains very, very healthy.
Okay,
3 months after.
Point taken. Right. Mariam said that there are some negatives. Anything you abuse. So, but you, from the way I see it, you are not taking carbs at all. Keto people do not take any carbs. So are you abusing it?
Yes, please. I'll let Mariam come.
You have carbs everywhere. In zucchini, there's carbs, but low. You understand? In cucumber, there's carbs, but low. Yeah. So what I'm trying to tell you is to reduce your intake of carbs. One thing I notice about Nigerians is that they abuse things. Right. There's something they call flat tummy water. But to me, it's called detox water. Right. You're supposed to soak your cucumber and your mint leaf, your lemon, your ginger overnight. Right. Then you pour some in your cup in the morning and 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. But do you know what Nigerians started doing? They started blending all the ingredients and started drinking it raw. Someone told me yesterday that she drank apple cider from the bottle.
No, I didn't drink apple cider.
Let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Okay.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
We've been eating and feasting keto food here. Welcome back. So we're going to go to the issue of not eating onions, seasoning. I just fruits and fruits. Those are basic things that we thought onions are healthy. So why would keto not allow us to take onions?
Because onions contains carbs.
Right.
But we can do spring onions.
Right.
You
Okay,
understand?
now I know that. Great.
Then we have fruits like the berries,
You can take
strawberries, raspberry, anything that has to do with berries.
Okay.
Those are our fruits.
Only fruits. Those are the only fruits you can take.
Yes.
Right. Interesting. Now,
How can you lose weight with this? How can we lose weight with it?
Because
So-
it's healthy. Everything there is healthy. The oil there is from the chicken.
Okay.
Then coconut oil, a little bit of coconut oil. Then you have zucchini there. You have eggplant. You have cauliflower.
Zucchini is like
The vegetable you're eating.
It's like garden egg, the purple big garden egg.
people say that keto is expensive in Nigeria. You're doing it for 1 year, and I know you've been doing it for a few months now. How has it been to your pocket?
To me, I don't look at the money because when you're sick, you spend the money in the hospital.
That means you are rich.
You understand?
Are you
now,
rich?
Now, I purposely bought 100 naira cabbage.
Okay.
The aboki divided it into 2.
Right.
This is what I use in making this food.
Okay.
I still have some leftover at home.
Okay.
Then I bought 1,200 naira soft chicken.
Okay.
You understand? I still have leftover. I bought 2 pieces of zucchini, then 1 cauliflower, and 3 bell peppers. Everything here didn't cost me up to 3,000 naira. And I still have leftover.
In the house.
And for me, the way it works for me is
With the
that
bread as well?
This is food.
There is separate.
The way,
Yes.
the way it works for me too is like this is food I already eat in my house. The only thing like now, you would eat your eba and your egusi soup because you can eat your egusi soup on keto. Of course, you will not put maggi and you will not use groundnut oil. So the only thing you take out is the eba and you use the coconut flour.
Oh, that's the coconut flour.
Yes. So this is what you
it
get.
looks like.
Yes.
Well, I have coconut flour, but it's not that white. It's brown. It's brown.
There are 2
Not
types.
the-
This is gotten from cold press.
Yeah, then it goes
They remove the back. The brown one is they grate it with the back.
Oh.
But this is gotten from
So this
cold
you can
press.
actually just pour in the
Yes, mix and add
makes a
psyllium
psyllium husk to
And
just
psyllium
bind
husk
it
is a
for
colon
you.
cleanser.
Wow.
Nutritionist.
For binding.
Nutritionist, you are just looking. What do you have to say?
Abuse.
Well,
First of all, tell
well,
us how
enjoying
this
the food too.
Fine. Well, I really have to say, you are creative here. You know, in your combination of foods, the cabbage rice and all that. Yes, it's creative. But the next question I need to ask, the sustainability. Can this serve as a family meal?
Yes.
That is
well.
what the next question we need to ask. What is the sustainability, the availability of these products you're using? That's another thing.
Raspberries.
The sustainability.
They're not available.
Then, exactly, these are imported fruits. These are basically the psyllium husk and all that. They are imported fruits. And they are
believe in
rather
just you eat
on the
strawberries, you eat
expensive
Kenya.
side. On
Those
the
are berries.
You have imported rice in Nigeria. They
Exactly.
have imported.
You know,
Now,
but you mentioned
because
something.
when we are
These
talking
things are
about
gotten from Jos.
nutrition, when we are talking about nutrition, we also talk about the economy of nutrition. How available are the foods you
They are
want to
available.
use
Go
for
to
whatever
my
you want
That's
to
what I
do?
was trying to say.
Go to my 12, you'll be confused.
Fine. No, can everybody
12.
get to my 12?
No.
What about the foods on
No,
the
but
menu?
I
How can we
get-
modify
I can't hear anybody
the
anymore. What
foods?
I'm saying.
Algeria's nutritionist,
Excuse
sorry.
me, please. How can we modify the
Aboki on the
foods
streets.
around us?
Okay. All right.
You know, to eat healthy. That is
You
where
already
we are.
eat.
on the
See, there's
streets.
nothing here that is there's no need to go far. There's nothing here right now that is hard to find. These are vegetables, green
I have a
peppers,
question,
spring
please.
onions. So these are things that we already see and we already
you
use.
see them
But the
pushing
way
it
that
on the
our own
streets.
diet is, you take a little of this and put on the side. But what we're saying that instead of using the vegetables as a little tiny side dish, that is your main dish.
I have a question, please. Because you were asking if it can feed the family. My question is this healthy for a child, a growing child?
Exactly.
Of course.
That's a very good question.
Exactly.
Is it-
Yeah.
is it-
My-
Do you think
my-
it's
let me-
healthy?
let me-
It is
let
not.
me-
It is not.
Okay, let's
It
do
is not because
is not
when
healthy.
we are talking about pediatric nutrition, excuse me, when we're talking about pediatric nutrition, child nutrition, a child needs enough energy to move around.
So can I answer this question?
Wait, let me finish. I'm a clinician, please. We have been we have been sitting here for about 30 minutes. But if you bring a child there, the child is going to be up and going, jumping up and down. So the child actually needs more energy.
Okay,
so this is not going to give this child the kind of energy
hang in there,
he or she needs.
Hang in there. Let me.
You can get energy from ketones. Like it will turn to.
You are putting the body into starvation mode. You are putting the body into the starvation mode by automating the body to go into.
Okay, let me pause you for a quick second because that's random.
That is a starvation mode.
We need to pause you for a quick second,
and it's not good for a child.
Okay.
Now, even for the adults, we are
so that we can all a quick second.
So we can all learn.
So we can all learn. Mariam, can you share your experience, please?
Yes, this is how I do it for my children. I give them carbohydrates. See, the ketogenic diet is not just for people that are going on weight loss. So if you're trying to lose weight, you definitely use less carbohydrates than someone who is maintaining their weight. And then there are people who are building, what do you call this, bodybuilders, who are the ketogenic diet. And the percentages of the protein to the carbs is different.
So
for my child,
don't go keto without all the knowledge.
So for my children, what I do is they definitely eat the proteins, they eat the vegetables, but they also have more carbs than I do.
Because we're running out of time.
Okay,
they want to go keto, but get knowledge.
Quickly. We can't take any more.
Let me just take one. Yeah. 2. This dieting thing is a Niger lady's way of saying, she exercise, Jerry. Run, exercise, Joe. That's from Andrew. And then
I do a lot of exercise.
They have joined the bandwagon again. Which one is this keto? Are you aware that we have African diets?
Okay, we have to run off now. Unfortunately, we can't take any more. But I think the conversation on keto continues because people are there, both sides, and we'll continue to talk about it. I'm starting it and see how far it goes. We don't know. You've done it for a few months. You've done it, and you're the doctor saying, you know what? It's not good on the long term, but we'll see how it does. Just seek knowledge. As I said, seek knowledge. Read about it.
You need to
be aware before you get into it.
Have
a fabulous day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.